everybody. Welcome back. It is episode 22 of PK's Place. Hope everyone's doing well this fine week here. I'm actually the day I'm recording this is actually kind of an interesting one because outside it is not ideal, to be honest. It's a blizzard, nor'easter, and anyone who doesn't know what a nor'easter is, it's basically just a big storm that happens in the Northeast. And I think it's supposed to be a projection of like 18 to 24 inches. So a lot of snow, which, you know, makes obviously driving and things like that more difficult. So, I'm just going to be staying inside, staying warm. Hope everyone's been doing well. Hope we're having a good weekend. You know, as this episode's going to come out, it'll be when this episode comes out, we will know who's in the Super Bowl. Conference championship games will have passed. It is the NFC West matchup. It's going to be the 49ers and the Rams, and it's going to be the Chiefs and the Bengals for the AFC. I don't mind these matchups at all. I think they're good matchups. I was 100% right on the AFC side of things, but the NFC threw me for a little bit of a loop. Both Green Bay and Tampa both ended up losing. Both on last second kicks. It was a great weekend of football, honestly. It was such a good weekend of football. It was awesome. Very, very entertaining to watch. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I mean, I was able, it looked like I was gonna go. At first, it looked like I was gonna go 8-0 on picks. I was like, wow, this is unbelievable. And then the block punt happened, and there's that. But I'm looking forward to it. Super Bowl prediction now. If I had to change it, because obviously mine's not going to happen. I just say screw it, embrace the chaos. I'm going to say 49ers Chiefs, rematch of 2020. I would love to see that, especially, 49ers can win that Super Bowl. Then hopefully the world can go back to normal, as that last Super Bowl was when the world was still, turning. It was still not even that bad. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But it's how it goes. Today's episode is today's guest is a recurring guest. Actually, it's Jack Blake coming on for the second time. Had a really good talk with Jack. We talked about him now at Bowling Green. Going to school there, playing hockey. A lot of fun. So without further ado, I'm going to send it over to Jack Blake. All right, I'd like to bring on a recurring guest of the show. He is now playing in college. He's at Bowling Green State with the Falcons since we last spoke. It's our good friend, Jack Blake. What's going on, Jack?
Hey, guys. What's up? Doing good here.
Yeah, Jack, first thing I'm going to say, Jack and I were talking about this off camera. How are you adjusting to – I know you're in Canada, but how are you adjusting to the cold winter of Ohio?
Yeah, it's I'd say it's a little colder than when I was in Canada because I left right before January hit, so it didn't get too cold there, but it's pretty chilly here. Not going to lie. It's a cold day today. I might not be going outside today.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you, especially even in the Northeast. The nor'easters hitting, and yeah, boy, those things are so ugly. It's awful.
Oh, yeah. It's tough. It is tough. Cold days here.
Oh, yeah. What do you do to stay warm on cold days like this?
We got these massive Nike parkas from our team, the big coats. So I just wear that, and then got to layer up, little crew neck, maybe a little hoodie under, and then you're good to go.
Love that. So, like you said, you guys got what up since you joined Bowling Green? What merch have you gotten? Because obviously you go to a D1 program, you get a bit swagged out.
Yeah, I got quite a bit. We got 2 sets of workout stuff at the rink. And then we got travel shoes, and then we got workout shoes. And then you get the parkas, a couple hoodies, and then you get like a quarter zip, a full zip up. You get your travel stuff, so you get the full tracksuit, and then you get sweats, shorts. You get everything, and then you get team kit, sticks, helmets, gloves, all that fun stuff. It was like Christmas when I got here. It was awesome. Loved it.
Oh, I can only imagine. I'm surprised no one saw you basically like do what every athlete does and lay every piece of clothing they got and just be like, merch day.
Merch. That'd be jokes. It's funny because we get we're like our colors are what, orange, brown, black. Like I
Yeah.
have like 3 shirts that are just all bright orange. It's awesome. And then a couple
I
it's
love
so
that.
awesome. Never worn orange this much before. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, the feeling of Christmas Day definitely still rings true when you get new of anything, especially like
Oh
that.
yeah. It's so fun.
Unbelievable. So, speaking of that, what led you? Because I think originally when we last talked, you were going to go to Bowling Green next year. So, what changed, and what led to you going there this semester?
Yeah, so what happened was I was playing in Oakville and there's all this COVID stuff going on in Toronto there and Ontario, Doug Ford, I think it was like the 1st or 2nd of January, we just got back from break and he shut down like the whole Ontario province. So it shut us, the OJ and the CC down for like I think it's been a full month now that they've been almost a full month that they've been shut down. They're planning to start back up, but when I was there, I didn't really know what to do. I was either just kind of it sounded like I was just going back home. And then Bowling Green called me and said, "Hey, we actually want you to come in now." It seemed like the right idea. I get to practice at a high level. I just get to be around everybody, start classes, and by the time I come in next year, it's just when I actually start to be able to play and all that. It'll be just a better transition than just coming in fresh and not knowing too much about it.
Yeah, for sure. So you said that you're basically just practicing this semester just to
Yeah,
get your feet wet.
yeah. So it's just we only have about 6 games left and then playoffs. So
Mhm.
I have to redshirt so it doesn't burn a full year of the eligibility. So I still get 4 more. I'll still be a freshman next semester in the fall. But it'll be good. I'll finally get to start playing, so that'll be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. So you're gonna be a three. So by the time your freshman year ends next year, you're gonna be a 3 semester freshman,
Oh yeah, I'll be an old
super
freshman.
freshman, super
I'll be I'll
freshman.
be I'll be definitely a super freshman. It'll be good.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, what class are you taking? What's your major?
So I'm majoring in sports management. So I got
Love
to
that.
take
Love that.
yeah, sports management as one class, and then they got me in a bunch of like electives. I got to take stats, geology, psychology, and then I think I'm missing one. I forget what the last one might be. If it pops up in my head, I'll tell you. But those are kind of the main classes I got to take. It's nice. One's online. I got 2 a day, and one on like 2 a day until Friday's just one. So it's pretty light schedule, and then we just practice in the mornings, and then I just head out to class. It's not too bad.
Oh, you guys practice in the morning? What time do you guys practice?
Yeah, we got to be at the rink every day at 7:40, which really means like 7:30.
Mm.
So we work out at 8, and then 8 to 9 workout, go back, got a couple meetings, and then we'll get on the ice around like 9:40 to like
Hmm.
11, and then we're out of the rink by like 11:30.
It's not bad at all. Not bad at
No, it's
all.
nice. Yeah, it's nice because we're done like 11:30, and then you just got to worry about kind of school after that.
Hmm. For sure. How have you so in I don't know how many practices you got under your belt, but how have you found the adjustment from junior to college so far, even if you haven't played any games?
Yeah, yeah. I've had about like 3 weeks, so I would say like it's a big difference. I would say from juniors, at least from the OJ for sure. I would say the guys are just so much stronger. Like you're going against guys. I was going against like we had a younger team. So say if the average age on my team there was like 17, here it's like we got guys that are like turned 25 this month and stuff. So it's way older, and then guys are just way stronger and faster. Like the first couple practices was a big adjustment, but I think I'm starting to get it down now. But
Mm.
it's been a fun period of just kind of seeing how good these guys are too, and how like high level the practices are. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Let me guess. Cole Norris. He's one of the 25-year-olds you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. He's awesome though. He's a beauty. And then his brother's coming. Dalton is coming
Mm.
next year or in the fall. So I'll be living with him.
What a hockey family that is. The
I know.
Norrises under.
It's awesome.
I feel like the Hughes family steals all the shine, but I mean I wouldn't count out the Norris family either.
Oh yeah, three brothers that all were able to play D1, and then obviously Josh is in the NHL. But it's pretty cool.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. So speaking also of Bowling Green, how I know you were playing at Oakville at the time, but how'd you react when friend of the program, Brendan Persano, and him and Michigan just took a dump on Bowling Greens. I think it was like 7-1 that game.
Yeah, the first game of the year. I
Yeah.
I remember watching because I was texting him, I was like, you guys are gonna lose, like you're gonna get embarrassed first game of the year. Michigan's going down. And I think they scored within like the first Kent Johnson, I remember scored breakaway, and then they get a power play, and of course they spread in scores with like 1 second into the power play. And then they just unloaded, but that team's good. And then they're loaded up this year, man. Michigan's good.
Yeah, Michigan. Yeah, Michigan's crazy. I was even there's someone I know who goes to, I think it's UMass Amherst, and there was some chirping going back and forth because they're playing Michigan was playing them at home. So I was like, Michigan's gonna dummy them. So I'm watching both games, and literally the first game, the first shift, I just see Brendan go in the slot just one time, one bar down.
Yeah,
I'm like, what? I'm like,
classic.
okay, it's gonna be like that. And then even that later that game you saw, but for anyone that didn't, Brendan scores 2-on-1. He goes back to the bench and starts doing like the gritty that like Jamar Chase and
The
Jefferson
best
do.
the best part is over Christmas break, we were all talking, and Brendan's like, "What should I do after I score?" And we were all like joking around, and someone said, "You should hit the gritty," and he's like, "I'm gonna hit the gritty," and he sent it to us right away. He's like, "I did it, boys." It was awesome, and then
Oh
blew
my
up everywhere.
god.
Of course, it was so funny.
Yeah, I love that. I love that insight you just provided. It's funny because I send it to I usually when there's things like that happen with Brendan, I send it to Rypen on Instagram and I sent
Yeah,
it to him and he was just like he was saying how great it was. And I feel like it's just funny because I feel like if that happened in the NHL, I feel like you'd have like some of the dinosaurs like Torts. He would have been like, "What is this? This isn't good for the game. This is terrible." But I loved it. I thought it was so funny when he did it.
oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's the
It's so
perfect
sick.
amount. Yeah, it's the perfect line balancing between being like cocky and then being like arrogant. I think I thought it was
Yeah.
perfectly written on that line, and I mean Brendan's hot, so I mean he can do it. But like I feel like it was if it was someone who if it was a third or fourth line guy in Michigan and they did that, people would be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. I think because he did it, it helped out a little bit more, but it was awesome. I love that he did it. It was so funny. I was laughing. It was
Oh
so
yeah,
sick.
dude, it was actually it was actually insane. Oh my goodness. So yeah, going back, you were in Oakville. I actually saw like your guys' social media feed. For anyone that doesn't know, Oakville Blades, their Instagram feeds actually not that actually pretty good. You guys have some good content. Who's on the content side there? Who's you
Yeah,
guys
so
have a
it's
say
it's
in that?
yeah, it's the media guy. His name's Rain, and he just actually signed. So he just got partnered with the OHL. So he does all the media now with the OHL. He had his own account. I forget what it's called. I think it was RCH. It might be RCH Media, but it might be that. It might not. But he actually does it like he's like 22. He's just still in college too. He's a beauty. He's awesome. He loves taking photos, and he had the idea of doing TikToks. And it's so funny because Parker was like the main guy for all the TikToks. He just loved being in them. So like half of them are all Muzz, but it was good. He actually is great at the like the editing, and he does like jersey swaps when kids sign and if we get trades and stuff. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, yeah, what looking at because obviously like through you I would see the posts and everything and I'm like actually this guy actually does a pretty good job. I'm like it looks cool. I mean, I think it plays up to it too. Like even it's the classic TikTok video. I'm trying to think of it. It's like the intro of it's like where'd Hannah go? And then it turns
Oh
into
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Biggie Small song. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he did a good job with that one. It was pretty sick. All the stuff he did turned out pretty well too. Like he did a good job.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So how would you so before the shutdown, how would you say your season in the OJ went?
It was good. We had a young team, so we were like we had tough division. Like the our division made up of like the top I think top teams in the league. So it was tough games every night, but it was a lot of fun. Like it sucks that it got shut down and everything happened, but I had a good team. Like the guys were all awesome. Good living situation. It was a bunch of fun. Like we were having good times. We were just starting to win games too, so it was good. And then
Yeah, how was
tough happens.
how was the showcase? Because I know, fun fact, so back in the day, I also played in the OJ. And for the showcase, it was cool because we were in Buffalo, and obviously you get to play the Harbor Center. Obviously, like you had the OJ images, like the photos they take are unbelievable. So
Hmm.
where was it this year? Because I don't think it was in Buffalo just because of the border situation with COVID.
Yeah, it was in Coburg. So we got
Josh.
to, yeah. So it was nice though, because the Cobra rink's pretty nice. Like they got the bowl, the main bowl, and then they just
Mhm.
have another sheet. That's still nice, but it's not as nice as the bowl. But that's where it was. They had everybody kind of go up there. It's nice because it's not like crazy far. I think it was only like a 2.5 hour bus ride for us. So it's pretty
Yeah.
sweet. And then they did a good job with that. The OJ put a pretty good job actually with that.
Mm.
They had good images. Yeah, the images are actually pretty nasty for the OJ. They just set up like this open doors, so they just drop all these photos in an app for us. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like I remember, even though it was at Harbor Center, they'd have like the photo room. So you would just basically walk in, you would write on your like a sheet, like you'd hold it up, like what your name is, what team you're on, and then you would basically take your headshot. And it was such a big day when the headshots came out. It's like, boys, we got our headshots. They're actually so professional. It's like it's weird, but it's like you could throw it out if you're making a LinkedIn page, you could just throw it on there. No one would
Oh
know the
yeah,
difference.
that's so true.
Oh my god. But yeah, did you guys so in Cobra, did you guys stay overnight? Did you guys head back?
We just headed back. We played, I think at like 4, and then the next day we played at like 5. So we just
Mhm.
drove back and then drove back in the morning. It wasn't too bad. It
No,
wasn't too
not at all.
far.
At least you get to sleep in your own bed.
Yeah, that was a nice part. I wish we stayed overnight because it would just been fun, just hang out with the guys. But
Hmm.
it's all right that we had to go back.
For sure. So I remember you saying it last time. I'm gonna ask again. Did Josh's parents end up coming to any games in Coburg like you thought?
Uh, I think I know Gavin's for sure. Josh's mom might have came to one of the games in Cobra, but Josh's buddy Gavin, his parents both went to. I think they might have went to both games, but I met them after the game, so it was pretty funny. They were trying to. We had our. I think it was they were there for Christmas break, Josh and Gavin, and they were going to come to one of our games. I think it was the first game after the break, but like it just got postponed, so they never did. And it would have been the Pink the Rink night too, so it would have been pretty sick, but never happened.
That would have been awesome. How are his folks?
They're really like they're your typical kind of Canadians, like super nice people. They're awesome. Yeah, they're really nice.
Mhm.
Good family.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about Gavin a little bit last time. Obviously Gavin's friends with Josh. What was your first impression of Gavin when you met him?
He was honestly just like a hockey player, man. Like he just reminded me of another guy like that you would meet playing hockey. Like he was awesome. He fit in so well with the group though, because he played juniors and stuff, so he knew kind of how we like do our stuff and how much we care about hockey. So he fit in awesome, perfect. Like he was a good guy.
Yeah, good to hear. He does seem like a cool guy. What are your thoughts on our boy Jack St. Ivany repping Brady brand?
I love it. It's so sick though. Like I did you see he put on his story that
Mhm.
like his little takeover he did with he went around BC wearing his Brady band stuff, but it was pretty cool. It's so sick that he's able to do that.
Yeah, that was unbelievable, especially getting the tag on from Tom Brady. That's something so many people, especially
Pretty
where I'm
cool.
at, so many people from where I'm at, they just dream of being featured by Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so sick for him. I'm
No,
fired up for
yeah,
him.
it's I think it's cool. I wonder if there was any talk of him being like, hey, can I also get a Tom TB12 package, just get some supplements or something. Just talk to his guy Alex.
The TB12 package.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
pliability foam roller. It's like, yeah, I could use the foam roller BC game days.
Yeah.
Mm.
Old St. Ivan, baby.
Oh yeah. So also coming up, the NFL Championship series is coming up. We're recording on a Saturday, so that'll be tomorrow. But it'll already be the game's already decided by the time this comes out. But what do you think of the week? How do you think the weekend's gonna go, especially with the Rams basically playing a road game Sunday?
Hopefully the Rams win. I would love to see them in the Super Bowl, right? Because it's in LA,
It
right?
is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
the
So that'd be pretty sick for them to play at home at the Super Bowl. That would be fired up. Matt Stafford, baby.
who would you so if you want the Rams, if you think the Rams go to the Super Bowl, who would you want to see them play?
Uh, I kind of it's a bet. It's the Bengals and the who are they playing?
Chiefs.
Chiefs. I think the Chiefs will win, but it'd be kind of nasty to see Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
That'd be kind of sick. And the people here, because we're so close to Cincinnati, they're like the craziest Bengal fans here. They
Yeah,
love them.
Did you? I don't know if you saw this, but there was this guy like years ago. I saw this recently. He like was divorced or whatever. He literally painted his house like orange, the Bengal stripes.
there
It
there's
was
so many
absurd.
people. There's so many people yesterday, and I already seen multiple people today wearing Bengals jerseys just around the town.
Whose
It's
jersey?
awesome.
Whose Bengals jersey are they wearing?
I don't know. I didn't see the players, but I just saw there was just jerseys and so many hoodies going around with Bengals stuff. They're getting fired up for the game.
I would be shocked if they didn't wear like Ocho Cinco jerseys or I guess even now Burrow. I mean
Yeah,
that's the hot jersey now.
I saw a Burrow jersey yesterday. I think going in class. Yeah, one kid had it on.
Or was it a Bengals one or was it an LSU one?
No, it was a Bengals. Bengals Joe
Bengals.
Burrow, baby.
If it was an
Yeah,
LSU one, that would have been legit. That would have been
yeah, that'd be
sick.
cool. That would have been pretty sick.
What do you think? What do you think of his glasses that he was wearing after? I think it was after the win against Vegas.
It was Steve's, man. It was funny. I love that. It's so
So
like,
nice.
cause he just like he's a winner, man. He just represents himself like that, and it's pretty cool. It's like it wasn't like cocky, but it just looked cool. Like he just I got this. Like he just had that swagger with him.
Yeah, I think that's perfect way to say it. It just oozes confidence that he's just like, yeah, I know I'm good. I know I'm elite. What do you want me to do about it?
Yeah, he. I hope. I kind of want to see him win. I don't know. You think they like? I don't think
I don't think they
Mahomes.
do
I don't
personally.
think they
Because
do.
because
Yeah.
it's at Arrowhead. First off, like Arrowhead's such a tough. I know they renamed it something stupid. We'll get to stupid names later, but yeah, they're playing there. Tough place to play, and I don't know. Like Mahomes, it's tough. I really like Patrick Mahomes as a QB, but I'm gonna say what everyone in America has said. What makes me not like him is his damn brother and fiance.
Oh yeah, big time.
Jackson might be one of the most annoying people on the planet, and Brittany, his fiance. Oh, brother,
I kind of feel
she's
bad
worse.
for. I
I
kind
do
of feel
too.
bad for him there. It's so like so strange, but like he's so good, man.
He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. Have you seen the photo going around? It's like she's like doing this to like Patrick like when they were in like high school.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes, I saw that yesterday, man. I was like, oh, geez, that's tough. Someone's just like that man's been locked up since high school. Just bad.
He has. No, like he straight up has. But yeah, the Chiefs team, I mean, I honestly I feel like since obviously Brady left the Patriots, I feel like the Chiefs are becoming that new team that America's gonna hate in the NFL.
Yeah,
Because the Patriots were that for so long. I feel like it's starting to be the Chiefs, especially since they've made it to this conference game the last 4 years. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I hope it'd be cool if Cincinnati were to win, but realistically, I think Kansas City gets it done. But you never know. And you never know for the game in LA. You never know if we're going to see Rai Penn, our resident 49er fan Rai Penn show up with the other sea of red at SoFi for their home game.
oh, did you see? They like changed the rules for the tickets, so they were only allowing people in LA County to buy the tickets. So they were
I
trying to
did see
like,
this. Yes.
yeah, try to get less fans from outside.
I think that is a soft move
Oh
because I
yeah,
mean, obviously you should let anyone come to the game. I think the Rams. Well, the thing about the Rams too, like I know you're a Rams guy, innately being in LA, but I feel like the Rams' overall fan base is fake from the point that most of the real fans were in St. Louis until Kroenke was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna move him back to LA," and
yeah,
everyone was like, "What are you doing, Kroenke? Like, are you kidding me?" So I just think a lot of them are fake. I think that I've said this to some friends of mine. The two biggest fan bases in LA are 49er fans and Raiders. And people that don't understand why the Raiders, it's because the Raiders played in LA like during like the 90s for a little bit. So there's so many Raider fans there. And anyone that didn't watch Week 18's Niner Ram game, it was filled with 49er fans. It was a sea of red. It was
hmm
absolutely insane. And I don't know if you saw this too, but Stafford's wife was on a podcast and she was like, Matthew was on a silent count at home. Like that's supposed to be the visiting quarterback that happens to, not the home quarterback. So I think by them opening the tickets back up to anyone else in the state in the country, I think it's going to be just an absolute another sea of red. I think it's going to be so loud there on
yeah.
Sunday.
it'll probably be pretty cool. It would be a great atmosphere. That place is so sick too, SoFi.
Have you been to any games there or no?
I haven't. I've just seen from stories. It looks so cool.
Hmm. Yeah, people like Finker that are sneaking in there.
He's always there, man. He always is there. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
he loves it. He was there at the wild card game, right, against the Cardinals.
I think so. Yeah. I remember
Well,
seeing his it seems like he's at every game.
Finker, yeah, dude, Finker goes to, yeah, he goes everywhere. Rams, Lakers, Kings, everywhere, man.
Everywhere in LA. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Speaking of Kings, you actually went to the Kings game in Toronto. How was
Oh
that
yeah.
experience? When there were
Oh, it was
fans,
sick.
when there were fans in Toronto, I should say.
It was my first time actually going to a Leafs game. Like it is so cool. Like they're so passionate there about the Leafs. It's so sick. They do it right too. That rink's awesome. And like it was so fun. Kings took the dub. Always a good thing. It was a good
Hmm.
game too. But it was pretty cool. Like it was so sick. Like I like Staples is cool or now crypto.com, let me
Crypto,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, lame. But like Staples, it's a cool place, but like the fan base just they're not as passionate. So like you go, everybody's having fun, but like the Leafs game, everybody's dialed in, like they're cheering for the right stuff. It's sick.
Oh, for sure. How was it seeing a friend of the program, Mike Tyson, in action in the NHL?
It was sick. You know, dude, I got a story. So we were back home in LA for Christmas break, me, Ronan, and Parker all went to a game, and Cole went to the I forget who they were playing, but we went and we got there early so we could see the warm ups because it was Turk's first game. That's what it was. So we went down in warm ups. Turk's all dialed in, like he's zoned in. We're sitting on front row on the glass, and of course Artie comes by. He's standing right in front of us the whole time. We're like banging on the glass. We're yelling at him trying to get his attention, and we can see him looking at us, and like he's like kind of like got a little grin on his face. And I know he saw us, and then also Kopitar is skating around. He makes eye contact with us, smiles, and just starts shaking his head like he's like these clowns. And then I wake up the next morning from a text from Artie saying, "I knew it was you guys that were there," because he swiped up on my story.
Yeah.
He's like, "I saw you. I knew it was you guys." It was so funny.
Oh my God. That is so bike right there, dude.
It was awesome.
That's
I knew
unbelievable.
he was looking right at us, and we're playing, and Parker's screaming at him. It was so funny.
That is that is so bike. Oh my God. Yeah, that's funny. Also, those Turks first game. What did you guys as a group? What did you guys tell Turk before his first game? Just other than
I
like
saw
just the
him.
good lugs.
Yeah, I saw him that morning. I just gave him good luck. He was pretty like he was dialed in. You know how he is. He's
Mhm.
focused, and
Yeah.
I didn't really want to kind of like not get in his way. So I just like good luck, Turk. Gave him a little fist bump. He looked pretty pumped up, and then that's just awesome for him though. Finally get that first game under the belt.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Did he go helmet on or did he go no bucket warm up?
I'm pretty sure he went no bucket
Wow,
because
that's a ballsy move.
I
Yep.
think I think I think Dowdy makes all the rookies go no bucket. Like
Real
him, Brownie,
does
and
he
Filthy.
actually?
Yeah,
Really?
just because Dowdy goes no bucket, and I think he's made all the rookies that had their first game this year go no bucket just for fun.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say because I remember Bike when he played his first game last year when they played the Ducks. There were no fans, I think. I don't remember him going. I think he still had his helmet
Yeah,
on. Yeah, he still had his helmet on.
I
That
think
that,
yeah,
that would be
I
funny.
think it
But I
was
wish he had his no helmet on. That was so funny.
even no bucket would be awesome.
Oh my goodness, yeah. How was so yeah, you mentioned crypto.com. How irritated were you and all the boys obviously that are in LA that when you heard the news that Staples was changing their name?
I It's so weird. I just like Staples has been like that. It's been Staples for so long. Like
Hmm.
it's so weird to change, but it made sense why they changed because I immediately asked my dad. I was like, "What's kind of behind this?" And he said they got I don't know what the exact amount was, but it was
Seven
more
hundred
than like
million. Seven
yeah,
hundred
yeah, yeah.
million.
They got some he was like the owner had to get it for that 700 mil. He's like he might as well just collect the cash, change the name, and then yeah, that's kind of what happened.
I mean, you kind of have to there, right? I mean, some like not it's not often as an owner you're gonna just have that opportunity to get $700 million on
Yeah,
a whim. So I mean, yeah, the name sucks, but you're gonna get money. So like, what are you gonna do
He's
about it?
getting his money. Yeah, you can't really
Yeah.
complain if he's getting that much money.
No, of course not. So did you guys see Turk after his first game? And if so, what
Uh,
did you guys say to him?
I wish I we couldn't go down because of COVID and stuff, but I would have just. He actually played pretty well. I thought like he just kept his shift shorts and he looked pretty good.
Hmm.
Hopefully, he
No,
gets a little more playing time.
yeah,
But
for sure. That's the hope. And then obviously, what happened recently was Byfield also scored his first goal too.
I was fired up for that. I was watching it. It was a good shot too. I mean, maybe the goalie could have made the save, but it snuck its way through, and I was so fired up for him. First goal is awesome.
Yeah, good for him. I think I even saw the NHL on Twitter. They had their like banner headline was Quentin Byfield. It's just Byfield. And the Kings were like, hey, we like what you did there. We see you. They're like, we see you, we see you. Yeah. So in Oakville also, what were some things you did for fun when you weren't at practice? Obviously being, not in college yet, so obviously you're full-time hockey for that year. What were some things you did away from the rink to, take your mind off the game?
Yeah, it was a lot of Xbox. I would play with a couple of my roommates and teammates, and then me and my roommate was Cole Wanger from back home, so me and him we'd watch a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Love it.
and
So good.
love that show. And then occasionally on Sundays we'd just go like watch movies and stuff if there's anything going on in the theater. They were releasing a bunch of movies kind of back
Hmm.
to back at that time, so we just kind of went to do that, and then just kind of when it was nice out, we'd go to like the downtown area of Oakville, which was pretty nice, and just kind of walk around there because they had a bunch of stores. But
Hmm.
once it got colder, we couldn't really do that.
Yeah. Did you were you in Toronto or like that area when the International Film Festival was going on, or did you get there
No, I
later?
wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't like near the area, but yeah, no, I think I got there maybe later.
Because I always feel like that would be something cool to, if you like had nothing to do, would be to kind of go to the film festival and check out some good movies. Because obviously, like that like the TIFF, Sundance, there's South by Southwest. There's a bunch of cool film festivals around the world that you could just check out. Movies that'll eventually be in theaters, or just award contending movies that are actually pretty cool that you wouldn't
Yeah,
really see anywhere else.
yeah, that would be cool. I would have if I knew about it. I would have maybe checked her out.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Also, I wanted to say, congrats to your dad. Obviously, you got extended as GM. How nice is it knowing that you at least get a few more years to stay in LA, guaranteed.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was funny stories. We were eating dinner, and he looked at me. He's like, "Should I got offered today for extension. Should I take it?" I was like, I was like, "What do you mean? Should you take it?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "I don't know if I want to take it. Like, I've been doing this. I kind of just want to like relax, do my own thing. Maybe let the team kind of go on their thing." I was like, "What do you mean? You should take the job, man." I was like, "What are you gonna do?" He's like, "Surf, nothing." I was like, "You're gonna be doing nothing. You might as well just go 3 more years and see if you can win a cup. See what
Mhm.
happens with it." So he yeah, he was always gonna probably extend, but yeah, no, I was really excited for him. It's awesome, and hopefully they're starting to play better. So hopefully they got a better squad coming in the next couple years.
Absolutely. I'll be honest. I think the Kings have been one of my surprise teams so far in the league. I mean, even just looking at the standings right now, they're just a little, everyone's pretty much halfway through the year, but they're third in the division right now. So they have 50 points, and like so basically they're four up on Calgary. So they're surprising a lot of people. They're playing really well right now. So I think if they can keep this going, the better. I mean, they're 2 points back at Anaheim. I mean, I think it's cool to see, Kings and Ducks back in the playoff race. Hopefully, some more meaningful freeway face-off games down the stretch. But yeah, I think it's good to see. I think it's a good sign for the years to come.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's always good too to see those teams kind of start to play well again. Just good for California hockey.
Absolutely, and obviously, the leader of that division, only up by 1 point, is Vegas. But I think Vegas, it's crazy. I think they're probably going to be going on a run soon, especially when you factor who they're bringing into the lineup pretty soon.
Yeah. Have you seen the videos of him playing
Oh,
in
Eichel.
practice and stuff?
I have seen the videos of Eichel in practice. Yeah, Eichel's nasty. He's just such a smooth, effortless skater. People see him skate and they're like, why is he like? He looks like he's going 50%. but it's just because
It's so sick.
he's just got such long strides, and it's like he doesn't really need to put in that much effort to get where he needs to go. It's honestly wild, but yeah, he's gonna be a big boost for that offense when he gets back.
Oh yeah, definitely will be. And it's gonna be scary for the Kings having to play that lineup.
Oh yeah, having to play Eichel, yeah, that's gonna be crazy. And even
Yeah.
funnier was the old cliche if the playoffs started today, but like it's worth noting if the playoffs did start today, they would be playing the Ducks in the playoffs. So I mean, I think enough said. I think that would be cool. Second time ever it would happen, but hopefully it stays like that because I think that would be unbelievable if it happened.
Oh yeah, it would be.
Oh, and speaking of Kings and Ducks, I don't know if you remember this, but in preseason, Bike had a hat trick against the
I
Ducks.
I do
And,
remember that.
someone, I think a reporter asked him about a hat trick, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "I don't really care." He's like, "It's preseason."
That's so arty.
Yeah, it's so Bike because it was like, "Yeah, did anyone grab the puck for you?" He's like, "It's preseason. What do you mean?" It's like, "Nah, I'm good."
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
So bike.
Yeah, no, for sure. Were you still in Toronto when the Leafs came to LA? I think it was like Thanksgiving
Yeah,
time.
I was. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, so that game was so that was a TNT game. So obviously I don't have ESPN Plus, unfortunately. I need to get on that, but I usually watch every Wednesday for TNT, not just because it's a good game, but also because like I think the intermission's funny with Biz, and I always want to see what funny things Biz is gonna say. But that game, I remember like the Kings got out to good start. I think they're up 1-0. Man, they gave up 6 straight goals after that.
Yeah.
What is happening? It was
I mean,
insane.
The Leafs got some firepower too. Like if they get
Mm.
rolling, like it's tough. But I was hoping for maybe a little different outcome. But I know because Gavin and Josh were at that game, so they're pretty fired up. At least one.
Oh, I bet. Gavin, Josh, Bieber, all of
Yeah,
them.
Beeb show.
The Biebs, yeah, Biebs and Haley, they were there. You had to figure. I mean, LA Leafs. He's boys with Matthews, of course.
Yeah, I think Nelk was there too. The Nelk boys,
Probably they
there
were
for
there
sure.
too. Yeah, Kyle's a Toronto guy, probably. Crazy. Did you watch their Nelk's interview with Antonio Brown by chance?
No, I didn't. Was it good?
Oh, it's insane. Yeah. He was just talking about the craziest things. He's like everyone needs more kumbaya. More kumbaya.
That guy's crazy, man. I can't believe he left the game mid game.
Yeah, man,
Nuts.
I exactly. I was talking about it here. I was watching the game on Red Zone and I'm like, what happened? Like, what's going on? We need to cut this. What is happening? And yeah, it was insane. I wonder how Tampa would have did if he was still there because I think I saw like a stat. It was him, Godwin, Fournette, and Jones. They were all out against Philly. That was like 50% of their offense. They got
Yeah,
Fournette back, and if they had him, who knows? Who knows?
could have been different.
It could be way different. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's weird because like after they lost, on Twitter, I get like like you get recommended tweets sometimes, and one of them was from Antonio Brown. He was talking about like he's like, oh, I was right. Oh, I got it. He goes barbarian at Bruce Arians. And then it says Antonio Brown low key right about everything. It shows like Juju dancing because if you remember, he was calling him Boo Boo Smith Schuster. All right, quick commercial break from Jack Blake. I wanted to talk to you guys about Canadips. It is the all natural CBD dip. There is no nicotine, no tobacco in any of this. You don't have to spit. You just throw it in. Feels great. You got 10 milligrams of CBD. Great taste. This one I got the American spice flavor, and it actually tastes very good. My favorite is the citrus. It's very good. You can go to CanadipsCBD.com, code Hughes15 at checkout. Get yourself a nice little discount on some of these bad boys. Once again, that's Canadips CBD, CANNADIPS CBD.com, code Hughes15, HUGHES 15 at checkout. Check out some products. You help me out, I help you out. And without further ado, we're gonna get back to Jack Blake. He was like, this guy stinks. The Raiders, he was right about them, I guess. And then I don't know, maybe Arians. I just thought it was hilarious. And even funnier if anyone does not follow Antonio Brown. there's this guy, this Twitter account called AB Translator, who this guy literally like translates all of Antonio Brown's tweets. Like this one, he was like, AB once again shares his own meme, looking to make a point that he was right about every organization he was released and traded from, and that they were at fault, not him. He also comes at Bruce Arians, calling him a barbarian, likely for faulting him for the Bucks loss.
That's funny.
Such a good account. Like I was gonna say, if you don't follow that, oh my god, AB Translator,
AB,
unbelievable,
that's elite. That's all time.
unbelievable. Yeah, and then he was even on Impulsive, and he was like, they were like saying, "Oh, I got 5 kids on the way." They were like, How's the child support? It's booming." Oh my god, he's just an electric factory. And then even like the songs, like he's already releasing like rap songs, like "Pit Not the Palace." It's crazy.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be playing in the. I don't think he'll play in the NFL again.
I doubt. Did you see I think him and Kanye West did like they're doing some
I saw that.
together,
Yeah,
like a sports thing?
I saw that it was like Yeezy Sports. I think I saw them together.
Yeah,
Yeah, crazy.
nuts, insane.
That's a collab I think the world like didn't know we needed, but it's one we actually do because that collab would be those two. Like I just need to hear them have a conversation because those two are both like so, I guess, in their own mind for whatever reason. And especially I think Kanye, like it would be insane.
It would be so funny. Man,
Yeah.
that's gonna be funny.
Oh, for sure.
They could honestly do well too, just cause who they are. Like
Yeah,
they
well,
can bring in so much
mm,
stuff.
yeah, well, even Kanye has the Gap collab too. I think people
Oh
forgot
yeah,
he's collabing with the Gap. I don't know when that's coming out, by the way, but I know he has a collab with the Gap, which I think is pretty cool.
yeah. No, I've seen that too. I have no clue when that will be dropping. I just seen stuff like they release photos and stuff of it all the time, but I've never seen like it actually kind of go to stores.
Neither have I. Neither have I. And I guess like a hot take I have is I'm not really a big fan of Yeezy shoes. I think they're kind of stupid. I think the moment if I were to buy a pair, the moment I would buy them, they would just not be in style anymore. They would be a fad. And then I would be like, well, why did I waste all this money? So they're not even
Yeah,
worth it for me to buy them.
that's true.
Yeah, no, I never would. Um, Also speaking of the Kings, Doughty just played his 1,000th game pretty recently. So obviously growing up in LA, being a defenseman, watching Doughty, what do you think of the fact that he's been able to make it to 1,000 games?
It's awesome. I mean, that's such an accomplishment. Just 1,000 games, kind of at any level, just for pro as well. But even make it the NHL is just awesome for him. It's pretty cool. I think they got him, Kopi, and Brownie all playing 1,000 games with the Kings, which is awesome, and they're all still playing together. So it's pretty cool to see that too. And they are all fired up. I mean, they love like he's such a good guy with the team. Like they all love him in the locker room and stuff. So everybody's fired up for him. So it's really good to see that he finally got that. And after it was supposed to come earlier in the season, but after that knee injury, I think it was good that he finally got that out of the way, and now he can just kind of focus on the rest of the season.
Absolutely, and obviously there will be a ceremony with a silver stick at crypto coming up
Oh
too.
yeah,
And the
that'll be
other
good.
the other funny thing I always think of when there's 1,000 games is Biz always makes the joke about he's always like the rich keep getting richer because he's like anytime someone plays it, he would always like complain that whenever he was on a team that would play someone play 1,000 games, he'd have to because he didn't make that much money in the NHL
Yeah.
comparatively speaking, he would have to fork over money for a gift. Because I think I even saw last year, yeah, it was last year with Crosby. What do you call it? He got a Rolex, and he's like, the rich keep getting richer.
That's true.
So
Did
we'll
you see
see.
the
Go
other thing
ahead.
I thought crazy off of the 1,000 games is how about Keith Yandel with what was it like 900 and
Oh, the Iron Man. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I think that's insane. That's actually like the craziest stat ever.
yeah. Shonk. Yeah, Yan's yeah, man, 965 in a row is absurd. I think what's even crazier is how Quenville, that scumbag, like we could say it now after everything that came out with Aldrich, that scumbag, Quenville tried to scratch him last year to start the regular
Oh
season.
yeah.
And everyone's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, he's trying to break the record. Like, you kidding me? And then I think he did get scratched in playoffs too, which was a joke. But yeah, good for Yandel. I mean, he's been it's that's if that's not the model of consistency, playing that many games in a row at a high level and still doing it, that is just
Insane.
unbelievable. Yeah.
The
And
fact
with
that like he hasn't missed one just because of
no,
something, it's incredible.
that yeah, and you know who else is kind of close but not that close, that far behind, is Phil Kessel. He's played, I think, 910 or something in a row too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Phil Kessel's
Sick.
played a lot of, which I think would shock a lot of people. I mean, Phil Kessel back in the day was obviously so good. I mean, especially with the Bruins and even at the Leafs. I mean, like even like I like when I was like it squirt, I remember I would like I did like the candy cane on one of my sticks just because obviously Kessel, Kessel was so cool back in like 2010, 11. But I think it would probably shock a lot of people he's played that many games in a row, just looking at his body and just looking at he Kessel defies like all like odds when it comes to being an athlete, especially with like how his body, it's insane.
It's so funny. It's so
Yeah,
funny.
a funny story I remember hearing about Kessel was like Talkett was telling about how like they were watching film and he's like, Phil's a guy you kind of have to distract his mind a little bit. So Phil's a poker guy, so he started talking about poker and whatnot, get him fired up talking about poker, and then they would focus back into hockey, be like, hey, so remember, let's do this, this, and this, and Kessel would be like, all right, all right, all right. So I thought it was funny that like you have to like distract him a little bit and then bring him back in personally.
In fact, that's funny.
Yeah,
Old Phil.
it's actually crazy. And again, another stat I read about, like you said, Kopitar, Brown, Doughty. I think the only trio in the NHL that has played more, or actually, I think it's yeah. I know actually the duo is like Kopitar, Brown, and Quick is the duo. They've played 15 years in a row. The only trio that's played more years in a row is Crosby, Malkin, Letang, 16,
Yeah, I can see that.
which makes
It's
sense because
crazy.
those guys have been playing together for so long. And I even like it's weird. Remember, there's 1,000 games brought up. I always do the math. For those wondering, if you were to play basically kind of like Keith Yandel style every game, to get to 1,000 games, you would have to play 13 seasons. So 12 seasons is, I did the math right here. 12 seasons of 82 would be 984 games. So on your 16th game of your 13th season would be 1,000. So it just puts into perspective truly when people talk about 1,000 games and why so few have done it. It puts into perspective why, because that is such a long time to play and to be at such a high level and hone your craft.
Mm-hmm. It's incredible. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's actually wild when kind of those numbers when those numbers are put into it. Like even another weird thing. This isn't really hockey related, but someone, I think it was like a professor of mine, was talking about counting to like, let's say, I think it was like counting to like a billion, because like obviously a lot of people don't realize the difference between a billion and a million. A billion, I think it would take you like, I don't know, like a number of months or whatever. It would take you like a while. If you were to count to a trillion, it would take you to the year like 4,000 to count to it all the way to a
Jesus,
trillion. Yeah, which is
that's
insane.
nuts.
Which is insane, but it's just crazy how like I feel like people take for granted or even undervalue certain accomplishments like 1,000 games or even like 1,000 points. I mean, even like Ovi, like 700 goals, like yeah, it looks great, but people don't realize how hard it is to actually get there and actually do it. Basically,
Yeah, it's crazy.
it really is, man. It's actually unbelievable. Those things, it's actually really unbelievable. So who would you want to see the Kings play in the playoffs from their division? Probably not. I know you said not Vegas.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to play Vegas first. I don't know. Like, it's tough to. I don't know who'd be kind of a good matchup to go. Like, it depends where they fall. Like, I obviously not Vegas, not Colorado. Those are the teams you just want to stay away from
Yeah,
in that first round. I mean, I wouldn't actually mind seeing them if they could like play the Ducks first round. I think like they would have a legit chance of actually getting out of that round, or maybe even the Sharks if those two teams made it.
yeah,
But like it depends who made. Like they struggle with St. Louis too, so
mhm.
that side I don't know. I feel like just if they could beat any team besides Colorado and Vegas, I think in 7.
Yeah.
But it
What did
just
yeah.
depends on how they play.
What did you think of the game when Timo Meyer scored 5 against the Kings?
Dude, I was watching that and I was like, I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, he scored, I think, what, the hat trick in the first, because
Yeah.
I was watching and there was like 10 seconds left or like 30 seconds left in the first, and the puck was in the zone, and I was like, I had a weird feeling. I was like, he's gonna score again. And he scores right away, and then he just kept scoring, and I was like, this is a joke. I was like, this is just the weirdest thing. 5 goals in one game is crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Sharks are still like in the hunt as much as they
I
are,
know.
because I watched them when they came out to play the Bruins here, and like I was with my dad and we were both not really that impressed with the Sharks, like, to
Yeah,
be honest.
they're just, I don't know how they. I mean, they got Burns and Carlson. Like, they have 2 really good defensemen, and it's weird. They're a weird team. Every time the Kings play them, they struggle with them, and it's so weird to me how they can't beat them, because they're not like anything better than them. It's just they never beat them for some reason.
No, Carlson, he's not having a terrible year. He's got 26 points in 33 games. But the thing I always look at when I look at Carlson, he's got such a, I know he played in Ottawa, so that makes sense, but he has such a bad plus minus. He's
Oh
minus
yeah,
67 in his career. I mean, if you're not talking about winning the green jacket with that number, like, I don't know what to tell you.
honestly though, as a defenseman too.
Yeah, like
Oh
even that game I was at, like he was killing a penalty, and he like he literally just does, like, just forgot. He's like, oh, I forgot Pasternak's on the other side. Pass goes over to Pasternak, and he just hammers one. It's like, what are you doing? You can't. It's like you should know that's like their game plan. Try to get it over to Pasta for a one timer.
yeah,
Like, it's, come on, like, that's obvious. You can't be just leaving him alone like that. It's crazy, man. It's actually wild. Um, and then also another, like, LA team, like the Lakers. I mean, like, what's going on, man? I mean, what's going on with the Lakers?
yeah. I haven't been following too. I usually keep up with a lot of basketball, but I haven't been following it too much this year.
Yeah,
But I just know they're not doing too well, and I just see LeBron. He always tweets that we're going to do better. I got this. Go to put the team on the back. We're going to win. But I did see that he's having one of his best like offensively years
he's
he's had
playing
in a
so
long
good.
time.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
playing. LeBron is playing so good. I was watching the game last night because it was on ESPN against Charlotte. He didn't play. Him and Davis didn't play. Although I was
yeah,
watching them play against Brooklyn, and Davis first came back. I mean, literally first play of the game, he just alley oops it to Davis, and he slams it in. So it's like, okay, they played well, but yeah, I mean, that game, like last night, it's so weird seeing Westbrook with the basketball and seeing Westbrook about to shoot threes. I'm just like, oh, brother. I'm like, here we go. Westbrook it's so painful watching Russell Westbrook shoot a basketball. I kid you not. It is so painful.
old Russ.
Russ, man, I don't know what to say. Like, it's like, what do you even do? Like, what do you even do? I don't even know. It's crazy, man. Like,
I hope they start doing good. Just because it's so big in LA, the Lakers, man. Like, it's just cool to see them. Everybody, if they go to the playoffs, if the Rams end up in the Super Bowl, and then if the Kings go playoffs, that'd be pretty good.
yeah, for sure. I mean, and then obviously, I think the Dodgers, obviously, baseball season isn't even close to starting yet, but
Yeah.
I think the Dodgers will be a playoff team in that division.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
They're a good team.
the Dodgers are good. You never know. I think in the summer, I think you may be catching Dodger fever. I don't know. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely will be. Definitely will be catching the fever.
Oh yeah, the fever. I heard it goes around.
It goes quick. It spreads fast too.
Oh, boy does it ever, man. So today's game I wanted to play is a little different than last time. It's a word association. So I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a phrase, like a word. I want you to think of the first thing that pops in your head. I'm interested to see. So the first word we're gonna go with is Kings.
Dowdy.
All
Because
right.
we're talking about them.
Yep. I'm gonna say Los Angeles, obviously. Kings, not Sacramento. I mean, they're a joke NBA franchise. Sacramento Kings.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Joke of a franchise. So yeah, Dowdy, I
So
like
tough.
that one.
Is De'Aaron Fox still in Sacramento? He's
I
got to be,
think
right?
so. I think so. Yeah.
I don't even watch
I
him, but
I don't I
that's
don't
all I
pay
know
yeah I
about
don't
him.
pay exactly I don't pay attention to the Sacramento Kings, but he might be. I have no idea. But next word is going to be LA.
Lakers. It just always pops.
I'm going to say home. I mean, just LA feels
Yeah.
like home. Just no place like it. There's no place like it.
No, there is not. It
There's
is
not.
it's actually incredible. I think it's the best spot.
Oh, it is. And what's even crazy, like us being from there is like people that haven't been there, it's like describing it, it's like, yo,
It's
it's just
so
it's a whole nother world. It's
I like
crazy.
because everybody here's like, oh, you're from LA. Like, what's that like? I don't even know what to tell them.
It's
Like, I
tough to
can't
explain.
describe it.
It's
I'm
tough
just
to
like,
explain.
it's just awesome. I just go, it's so fun. Like, you just have to be there, like,
Yeah,
to
it's a
figure it
feeling.
out.
It's a feeling. It's
Yeah,
just a feeling you have. It's crazy.
it's
Uh
weird.
exactly. Next, Falcon or Falcons.
Bowling Green, baby.
I was even gonna say Atlanta, the choke artist.
Oh yeah,
The choke
true.
artist Falcons.
Trey Young. Trey Young.
Or Trey Young. Well, they're the Hawks.
Oh, sorry.
But
Yeah,
close,
that's
yeah.
right.
Close, but bird teams. But yeah, Trey
My bad.
Young. I
My
mean,
bad. My bad.
what do you think of like doesn't matter what Knicks game it is, people just chant F Trey Young in the crowd.
So funny. What did he do to a? It was it playoffs last year? Did he
He took a
shush
little
them
bow.
or he
He
took
took
the bow? He took the bow.
and I think he might have shushed him too, but the main one everyone remembers is
The
the
bow.
Trey Young bow. Yeah, that was
That's
wild.
cold. That's
Exactly.
cold.
Next one is Ohio.
Cold.
I'm gonna say armpit of America. Sorry, Ohio.
Yeah,
Like,
it kind of is.
well, but
Oh,
yeah, Bowling Green. It's not like I think you're only like an hour or so from Detroit, so like there's always
yeah,
you
it's
could always go to you could always go to Detroit, which obviously Detroit's not amazing, but it's not bad. But it's better than being near Cleveland. I'll say that
oh yeah,
Cleveland's
oh yeah.
trash, which I guess that's where the NBA All Star Game is, kind of weirdly.
It is. Yeah, it's. I saw it was in Cleveland. It's so random.
I would, if I would, I'd try to pull an Ovechkin. No thanks.
So I'm not going.
Yeah, sound not going. Which
Like
it's funny.
this year, all the boys probably want to go to Vegas in the
Oh,
NHL. They're
easily.
like, sign me up.
Although to be fair, though, I will say the last few years they've been doing the All Star Game. It's been like for the most part, it's been in decent places. Obviously, 2020
Yeah,
wasn't. That was in St. Louis. I mean, St. Louis garbage. But like Vegas this year, you had San Jose 19, 18 was
it was
Tampa, 17 was LA.
LA.
So even Nashville's not like even Nashville's an interesting spot to have it, but especially
Cool too.
the warm places you've had it, it's like, I'll go there. Why not?
Oh yeah, it's also. I don't know about you, but I feel like the NHL All-Star games have been downhill ever since John Scott.
Yeah, no, they have. I mean, but that for anyone that doesn't know, the NHL normally does like a fan vote for the All Star, so you could pick whoever. I don't know why this happened, but in 2016 there was this fighter named John Scott. He's a big guy, like 6'8". Everyone's like, hey, you know what would be funny? Let's vote John Scott for All Star captain, and it happened. And Gary Bettman, like the little weasel he is, like was like, no, that can't happen. I think Montreal even sent because he was with Montreal. I think they sent him to the minors because they're like, no, you can't go to the All Star game. It's like,
Yeah,
he was voted in, and it turns out he actually was such an electric factory. But what's weird is like he didn't have like most teams in the skills they have their team's jersey. He didn't have a jersey. He was wearing like an NHL his All Star jersey. But it was so fun that All Star game and
it
watching
was
that
so
and
sick.
seeing him. It was actually unbelievable. Like such a great moment for him. But yeah, they've been downhill. Although it's weird to think that the last All Star game was 2020 when everything was normal. Everything was the way it was. It's really weird to think about.
That's true.
And what's even weirder to think about was just like the sadness that came that next day in the world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 years later. It still doesn't feel real.
that's crazy.
It really is, man. I mean, it's crazy. That's also another reason I think it sucks that they changed crypto.com, especially
Yeah, I know.
all the moments he had there. But yeah, the All Star game. I mean, what's even interesting, I think, because the All Star game is next weekend, I think, too. I think, and I guess the Pro Bowl is also happening too. So they're gonna have the
Oh
All Star
yeah,
game and the Pro Bowl. Just like that's just funny that they're having the NHL and NFL. kind of like all stars the
Yeah, at
same
the same time, yeah.
at literally at the same time. Yeah, it's I don't know. I saw the jerseys. What do you think of the All Star jerseys?
I mean, they're all right. I like. I wish they brought back like back in like the '90s, like the orange and black ones they wore. I
Oh
wish they
yeah,
could
that's
bring
right.
those, but they're nice. I mean, it's kind of hard to do also it's just the NHL logo and they just kind of do the colors like it's kind of all right for what they do.
Yeah, I think I actually was a little more of a fan of them just because I think that they were just very clean and very simple. They weren't stupid like some of these other ones we've seen.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
true.
think I think this one I thought it was very clean personally. Um, what do you think of McKinnon where he's like, I don't think every team should send a player. It's not a participation game.
I agree with him. I think the best players should go. I know
Mm,
obviously like I think it should have at least one guy from each team. It makes sense, but they are missing out on some of the best players in the league that aren't going. So it's like a trade off, but it makes sense to represent each team. So every team's got somebody going. It makes
yeah,
sense, but I don't disagree with him.
I think them Kadri getting the fan vote for last guy in I thought was great because
Yeah,
he honestly it was shocked me when I looked it up that Kadri is like he's right now he's tied for third place in scoring NHL. Nazem Kadri, third place.
it's
I don't know
nuts.
anyone going into the season. I never would have thought that, but he is playing so good this year. I mean, he's got 17 goals, 41 assists. Like he's playing so good, and for him not even to get like an all star look was like, what is going on? But yeah, I mean, it's good that he got in finally.
Yeah, it is good that he got in.
Absolutely. And then the last word we're going to say fittingly is snow.
Mm-mm. Dislike. I don't know. I just
Cold.
I
Yeah, I
haven't.
don't like it either.
Yeah,
Cold.
I haven't been like it's sick when it's like the first snowfall and you're like, oh, it looks really good, and
100%.
then it just gets like super slushy and you're like, come on, get out of here.
Exactly. I think no, exactly. I think like in the Northeast, I think we're supposed to be getting like somewhere like at least 18 inches of snow or something like that. We're
Ooh,
getting a ridiculous amount.
that's
It's
tough.
it's absolutely absurd. It's crazy. Like it sucks, man. Like it's actually so bad. I it's weird because like even a few weeks ago, like I was going to work in the morning, and I looked at the temperature. I think it was like 4 degrees, and it's funny because my first thought is like I'm just like I'm like I gotta go through this when my dad's in LA. It's 60 degrees warm. I'm like sucks.
That yeah, it sucks because my mom's sending me photos and it looks so nice out in LA, and I'm like, I'm just cold.
It's like yeah, my toes are frozen right now. Like you're sending me
Yeah,
a photo of the beach. Like come on,
just no chill, no chill.
none whatsoever. None whatsoever. Like that's crazy. Have you talked to your boy Josh lately? And if so, what's he been saying? I know he's a pretty busy guy.
Yeah, those guys are just I forget what they were. They're just like he was sending us. They do the Monday, the Monday night skates.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do the Monday night skates every time. So we always get videos of them skating because Murphy's always there.
Hmm.
Oh, great story. Did you see, Sean Avery, how he skated recently, like his first time getting back on the
Yeah,
ice?
my dad was on the ice with them. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Murphy Strand skated with them. And he texts us in the morning. He's like, Sean Avery almost tried to fight me. And he sent us like the live barn footage. And Sean Avery was like chasing him around and he said he was chirping him the whole entire time. I thought it was so funny watching like Sean Avery's like first day back video and then knowing that he was yelling at Murphy on the ice.
That's actually so
But
funny. I wonder what Murph was saying to rile Avery up.
I don't know what had happened. Like they must have just like bumped into each other or something. I don't know.
That's crazy, man. No, that's crazy. Well, even like before I get back to that, like what's interesting is the guy who submitted the video to Chicklets, I think, of Avery skating, Lawrence. In case you didn't know, he actually owns or runs Prince Street Pizza in West Hollywood, which is where Dave and Josh did a pizza review there
Oh really?
when Dave was in town. Yeah, so I remember because Lawrence, Lawrence would play ball hockey with us, so that's where I met him through.
Oh, okay.
And he talked about it, and I remember like I think it was with Igor. We went to his house later, and I actually looked up the YouTube video. And I'm like, no way. I'm like, there's Lawrence, because I had seen it before, but I didn't know who he was at the time. So I looked it up, and I'm like, no way, it's him. So he was the one who posted the Sean Avery video. But yeah, I wonder what Murph was talking about, because even Avery, he's so funny on Instagram. If anyone doesn't follow like Sean Avery, please follow Sean Avery. He is so funny.
So
Especially,
funny.
I think it's great how he handles like trolls in his DMs.
It's so good. But like the funny thing is when he does his hockey analysis, he actually like does a legitimate good job of like
He
talking
does.
about it.
He does a really good job. He really does. I'm a fan of his analysis, especially although I will say the one thing he needs to work on, sorry, Aves, you need to get the names right, please. Because like I don't know how many times I've been watching him break down the Bruins, and he's like, oh, Bergevin gets the puck. I'm like, oh, and I'll send it to Igor. I'm like, sick. Mark Bergevin's playing on the Bruins.
How about the Kings hired him as a consultant to like the GM,
That would be
Mark
unbelievable.
Bergevin?
He need
They did.
oh, he needs
They
it.
did.
Oh no, I
No, they
did. I
did
saw
sign
that.
him.
Yeah. They
Oh
signed the
yeah, yeah,
burger
yeah.
van. Yeah, they signed the burger van. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
and then my dad was talking about they wanted to try to get Sean Avery on I think the media side of things, like
They
do the
should.
TV. Like
No,
you know
they
how
should.
Stoll does the
Yep.
in between. Yeah, they're trying to do that with him and have him break down the games.
They need to. That would be so funny if
So
he
it would
did.
be so funny.
I just like,
It'd
but
be so funny.
the thing is like your dad would have to like make sure to tell Avery like, hey, you need to just be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't
Like
don't don't mail it in like, because I mean he's chirped ESPN and TNT a little bit too, but I mean I think TNT's done a little bit better job than ESPN, because TNT's let Biz be Biz and
yeah.
be a little goofy, and especially like during like they do cool things. I think like the on ice warm up interviews, and except for Crosby, because he's superstitious. He won't talk to anyone. He won't talk during warmups like that. But doing that stuff. But it's just funny how he's critical of them. So Avery would still need to just be his typical self, because it is so funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
It would be all the time.
Oh, it would be. I'm trying to think what even like. Oh, and then even talk about the Evander Kane, because Evander Kane signed with Edmonton, and he said Patrick Kane. I'm like,
That's
cool.
funny.
I'm like, nice. I'm like, Patrick Kane. Like literally, I was just like, Patrick Kane. I'm like yeah, it was. Oh my goodness, like it was too funny. Well, even speaking of the All Star game too, a big get for the All Star game is Machine Gun Kelly is going to be performing
I saw
at the All
that.
Star
I
game.
did see that. That's pretty cool.
That's going to be
That's
so
actually
unbelievable.
pretty smart by them to do that in Vegas as well. That's
Absolutely.
actually genius.
No, I think it's gonna be unbelievable. But even last thing about Avery too. Have you've seen the videos of him on the back of the day on the bike lane, right?
Yes. Those are so funny, man. Those are
He's
some of the
just
best
such
videos.
he's just such a menace, but I love Sean Avery. I love him in the best.
That's
He
funny.
is so funny when he's just terrorizing people. Like there was one I think even I saw like this guy was like literally like taking a leak against like the building. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Why are you like?" He's like, "That's
It's so
disgusting."
funny. It's so funny.
Oh my god, man. And it's almost like it almost sucks. Like I'm almost jealous of my dad too that he gets to skate with him. Like it's like come on, like
Yeah.
now it's like when I'm back, I gotta if he's skating, I have to go because
Gotta go.
I
Yeah.
gotta skate with Sean Avery. Like it's so funny. Like, cause I would tell him, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a big fan of your, breakdowns, especially the bike lane stuff. And especially when like during it was the funniest last year when they were and playoffs were still on NBC, and he's Colby Armstrong's there. He's like, is that Colby Armstrong? He's like, did Colby Armstrong eat Colby Armstrong? Or even it's funny how much of a Tampa Bay Lightning fan he is. He's like, I love this team. He's like, I love my team.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's funny. And I think what even is more interesting that people probably don't know about Sean Avery is that he actually was on that 02 Red Wings team with Igor's dad.
Oh, that's
He
right.
actually was on that team. Yeah, so he actually won the cup. And what's funny is on NBC they were showing like all the some of the past cup winners, and there's that 02 Red Wings photo. So he paused it. So he like took he was recording. He's like, yep, that great day, that photo. I zoom in, I take a screenshot, I zoom in, and look who I find in there. Igor Jr. with his old man.
No way.
Yeah, yeah, he's in the 02 photo. He's like 3 years old or something. He's literally like 3 years
That's
old in the photo.
awesome.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. it was it was crazy, but yeah,
That's
man,
so sick.
yeah, like what like Avery's, I think it's cool. And it's cool that he's back playing the game. Obviously, you can tell his
Oh
love for the
yeah,
game is still there with watching, but now he gets to skate again. So, I think it's good for him.
very.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think because I don't know if Murph's gonna obviously listen to this, but I think you should get Murph. I think if you were to get him a birthday gift or a gag gift, you should try to get him a cameo. See what Sean's rate on cameo is. Book a cameo for Murph.
That'd be funny. Get him to say happy birthday.
Oh my God, something like that. Yeah,
That'd be jokes.
that would be unbelievable. I guess even like Antonio Brown's like cameo for like $300. It's crazy.
Oh really?
Yeah, you could book one of Antonio Brown.
That's pretty funny.
I think even Igor is on cameo too, which is
Oh,
jokes.
that's awesome.
It's actually so jokes. He's on cameo. Cameo would be so fun, like to do. Just like people just send you things to say and you just say it.
That'd be so funny.
No, it'd be unbelievable. Once again, Jack, I appreciate you coming back on the show again. Just a reminder, where can people find you on social media again, in case they
Yeah,
didn't
it's
listen to the first one?
Jack_Blake4 on Instagram.
Any Twitter or
And then
anything?
it's I think it's just Jack Blake 4 on Twitter. It might be the same as Instagram though.
Mhm. There you go.
That's
There you
it.
go. So I asked you before. I'll ask you again. Who would you also like to see me get on the show again? Like
I'm
first, like
saying you got to get Ronan, man.
Ron.
Gotta get Ronan. He's got a it's in works, but him and Igor might have a clothing brand coming.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
reach out. I gotta
get
reach
that
out
out
to him. I
there.
gotta say, Ron, come on. We got some
Gotta get on there.
we gotta get on there. We got some business to talk, Ron.
Not a bad one is maybe Parker Murray. He just
Parker,
got
yes, I actually that would
he
be
got
good.
on. If you're following his hockey, he just got put on Central Scouting, and
Oh, that
then
way.
he got traded to Wenatchee there too. So
No
he's
way. Good.
he's out in Wenatchee. Yeah,
Oh, so he was playing with Quinn then.
yeah, he's playing with Quinn. He says it's so
Awesome.
funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's actually unbelievable. So yeah, Parker. Yeah, I'll reach out to Parker. See if he can, hop on pretty soon.
oh yeah.
Last thing I also wanted to say was, do you want to explain if you want? I know it's an inside joke. You don't have to, but what's the story behind YKTV?
Oh, you know the vibes.
Yeah.
Me and Cole when we were in Oakville, we were just saying you know the vibes because we watched Straight Outta Compton and one of them said it, so we were just saying
Yeah.
it, and then I was joking around. I was like, I should just take a photo of you in your suit before games and just put YKTV in front of it, and then we ended up winning, so we just kept going with YKTV.
I love that. That's so that's unbelievable. That's
It was so jokes.
no, that's jokes. That's
I've had so many people just be like, "What does that even mean?" I was like, "Oh, you know the vibes."
yeah, I just love playing along with it. I think it's great. I'd be like,
It's so
YKTV
good.
question mark? You're like, yeah, YKTV.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, it's great. But yeah, Jack, I can't thank you for coming on again. Obviously I'll bring you back on. Hopefully in the summer, both back in LA, kicking it,
Oh yeah.
YKTV, doing our
On the
thing.
beach. On the
Yeah,
beach. Oh,
just
playing
doing
some
our
volleyball.
just doing our thing, man. Just lab
Back
doc
to
and everything.
back to Saturdays in ball hockey. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Saturdays, ball hockey, the beach, everything, man.
So fun. Can't wait
Oh,
for that.
can't wait. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Once again, huge thanks to Jack Blake for joining the program. Once again, it's always good to catch up with people, and it was very nice to catch up with Jack on this fine day. We wish him nothing but the best going forward at Bowling Green, not only on the ice but obviously in the classroom, and all things like that. So yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to watching these football games, especially as the Super Bowl draws near. The Super Bowl is one of my favorite sporting events, just from a pure entertainment standpoint, and it's just so well run. I think it's unbelievable. So I personally can't wait for the Super Bowl. As always, the podcast Instagram is PK's Plays Podcast. Make sure to go check that out. A lot of good content there. Check out my personal Instagram at p.hughes15. Remember to subscribe and ring the bell on the YouTube. That's where we release the video versions of these videos and podcasts. So right now everyone on YouTube sees me wave. People that are on Spotify or any other podcast platform listening cannot see me wave. um, but yeah, subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Give me a 5-star rating. It is very, very appreciated. And hopefully everyone has a great rest of the week. Take care.